Welcome back to Motivation Equation. Teaching is learning and learning is teaching. Join your union. Teachers, paraprofessionals, whatever you do in the field of education, join the union. Day one, the moment you sign up, go to the union webpage or go in person. Join the union. Benefits include, and this is universal pretty much across the board. Number one, you're in a field that's, if you know your rights, you know your responsibilities, you know your policy, it's a field where your days can be fairly easy as far as your work days are concerned, and even job security is concerned. If you don't, there are some sharks out there, and they smell blood in the water, and they know somebody who's green, and sometimes they don't care anyway, because, you just have some people who are wired like that now, and they're not there for the kids. They're not there to support teachers. They're there for the wrong reasons, and when they run across you, if you're green and you don't have any protection, they're going to tear a big chunk out your hide if they don't swallow you whole. So the first thing is, being that you're in a field that is laced with landmines for those who don't know better and who don't have any protection, the unions have a lawyer. First of all, there's safety in numbers and there's strength in numbers. Let's get the basic concept established. You want to be able to say, I belong to a group. This is not a game where lone wolves come out on top. Even lions have lion prides. But you better understand, when the hyenas go after a lion, they don't go one-on-one. The hyena pack hunts for a lion that strayed away from the pack and is not paying attention. You want strength in numbers. You want to have that guidance. You want that camaraderie. But if push comes to shove, the number one benefit is, if you get sued and you're in the right, and try to stay in the right, you need to be in the right. If you're in the right, you probably will never see that lawyer. Be on time. Turn your lesson plans in on time. Don't do something crazy like abuse a student. It's unfortunate too, because you have some school districts that are rough. I've had kids try to put their hands on me before as well. These things happen, but it is what it is. Get your lesson plans turned in. Be on duty. Because if a kid gets hurt and you're supposed to be on duty and you weren't there, that's an automatic lawsuit. Follow those special ed laws and policy. You won't even see the lawyer. Well, what if you say, well, I don't know the policies? Your union will have training sessions and information and people who you can reference so you can understand your policy, understand your rights, understand there's a teacher bill of rights. We have ours posted in our classrooms. As a matter of fact, now our school district just makes sure that, hey, you know what, here's your bill of rights. You will tell you ahead of time, because we plan on adhering to it. Because it's not worth the battle of going against it. And that's actually, the teacher bill of rights is actually in state law, every piece of that policy. But you need to understand how it works. So your union can not only give you that last layer of protection, it gives you the first layer of protection in helping you to understand what to do and what not to do. And whatever you don't understand is only a phone call and an email away. So number one, there's legal protection. Two, there's knowledge that's given to aid you and to benefit you as an educator. A lot of schools, unfortunately, don't have mentor teacher programs anymore. They just throw you in the classroom, hey, sink or swim. So what used to happen is there'd be what's called a mentor teacher. In here in Louisiana, that person would have to get certified to be able to show the ropes to new teachers. You'd actually go through a program in which you check off a checklist of things that you need to know as an educator, and you get a support system that ushers you in to the campus environment. So from that point forward, you're already getting better and better each day. You have someone who's assigned to watch over you. You don't get that anymore. Some of the information I'm sharing here on this channel can cover that. If you have questions, you can email me. That's fine. I'll put my email in the description box. But because every state is different in reference to its policy, your union rep, I'm the building representative for my union, the union I belong to, rather. So I'm the first line of defense for any teachers who are in the union who would like to consult with me, because basically I got the person who left and had that role suggested me. Maybe there was whatever the procedure was. I guess they did the background check and they felt I was qualified, so that's what I do now. Like I've said before, I'm a former administrator. I'm not a big politician, so I'm not usually the type that school districts like to hire as an administrator, because I'm here for the kids, not for the politics, and not for show. When it comes to the kids, right is right with me. Okay, whatever. And when it comes to teachers, right is right. So people like me are not able to be bought. I have integrity. I stand on principles and purpose. So that's why I'm not an administrator anymore, but that's why I make a perfect union rep or building representative, because I'm going to shoot it straight to you. I'm going to tell you what you need to know, and I have your best interest in mind. I don't have anything to gain by a teacher not being certified anymore or losing their job. I'm a second generation teacher. I'm also a second generation union member. I actually don't belong to the same union my mother did, but the principle still remains the same, and I understand how important it is. She actually did work. She was literally on payroll for her union for, I think, it was an odd number, either 1.5 or maybe 3 years, something like that. 1.5 isn't exactly, well, yeah, I guess it is odd. 1.5 years. Math teachers out there probably wanting to get their little red pen out, mark my want to mark off some points from my test. Don't judge me too harshly now. Let me make corrections and get some of those points back. Anyway, I'm a second generation union member, so they have every reason to put a person like me in that position, because I'm gonna do what's right, and I'm not afraid of the backlash that can come with being in the union, because you do have some people, I don't know what it is, some political leanings, some people, some backgrounds, they say, oh, well, if you just do your job, you won't need the union. And that brings me to my next point. If you get caught with your pants down and somebody's got it in for you, or you made a bad move, the union can't protect you if you try to sign up that same day. When you're covered after you sign up, everything from that point forward is where you reap those benefits. You can't wait until you've done, something went haywire, code red, and now you want to join the union. No, you'll be protected from that point forward. Don't let these people talk you into thinking you're doing some type of good Samaritan act by not protecting yourself. You went to school to earn that license. You went to school to earn that degree. You deal with whatever it is you have to deal with at that school. Because that person telling you not to join that union, they are not going to be there for you when things go wrong. Mark my words, and I've seen it happen. They'll just either come to your funeral, or they'll be in that teacher's lounge saying, oh, well, that person was a decent teacher. They had all of the Oh, they had good potential. Yeah, whatever. You better protect yourself and join that dang on union on day one. How do you know which one to join? There's more than one. What I would say is this. I would talk to veteran teachers and find out which union representative is most knowledgeable, least afraid, most aggressive. You want that person who at the drop of a dime, they're willing to come in there like a pit bull off the leash if you have a problem. You don't want that person that's hard. I could call my union rep right now. I don't care if she's eating or if she's busy or on a flight or hanging on the wing of the airplane because they ran out of tickets. She's going to pick up that phone. You want the one who visits the campus often. You want the person who's most vigilant. And if you know that it gets down and dirty and you're being accused of who knows what, or this parent is saying this or whatever, you want the person who's going to come in swinging. You don't want that person who's going to make excuses as to why they can't help you or be trying to be buddies and allies with people who are trying to take your head off. So I wouldn't say necessarily go for the organization. I would say go for who's going to be available and who's going to get down and dirty when it's time to defend you as an educator. Other benefits, they have, you can get discounts on rental cars, hotels, shopping events. They do little hospitality type things. And granted, I try my best to participate in things like that. I said back in another video I was going to talk about how my dress code is different, but I'll give you a little bit of a glimpse into my personality, because I pretty much dress like my personality type. I don't wear no fancy watch. Well, I wear a bit of an upgraded G-Shock because I work in an urban environment. Things happen. I don't need some little pretty boy watch breaking on me. I don't wear no tennis shoes unless it's time to lift weights. I do lift weights. I do study and practice some martial arts. But otherwise, I wear cowboy boots. I wear collared shirts, but the nice little pretty slacks that can tear and rip, and the little wingtip shoes and shirts and ties, I don't do that. So with that being said, all the hospitality stuff and all that, I'll do it just, because, again, there's strength in numbers and you have to show yourself friendly if you want friends. And when Mad Day comes in education, you want friends. So for that reason, I'll participate in that stuff. You don't have to. They do little Christmas parties and get-togethers and things of that nature. They will keep you abreast of laws and policies. You can even participate in forming the laws and policies, the bylaws and policies for your union. You can run for local office. You can actually help affect how it works. I've done that before, not necessarily my cup of tea. I'm becoming less and less enchanted with political processes and more so concerned